What's up, traders? Max loss on the account today. Let's get to it. Alright, traders, before we get started, hit that like button. Help me boost my spirits just a little bit today. Down overall. Money, spirit, thoughts, everything. Just a little down. Kind of a crap day. Hit that like button. I'd appreciate it. We're just going to start here from KKR. We started off with a winner. It was a small winner. And I'm just going to start from the beginning, and we're going to go through them all. KKR, this is pretty standard. Pop up through previous resistance. Got a nice extension. Took an entry there right over the $0.50 and took profits as it came down towards that whole $1.33, getting closer to that previous resistance, which, as you can see, it did come down and test it pretty quickly. So moving on to the second trade was NIU. NIU, same thing. Previous resistance. Not sure why it did that. Can't type. NIU, previous resistance right here. Extension through, up, got close up to the whole dollar, didn't seem to want to go through. We jumped in, came back down towards that previous resistance near the whole dollar down here at 25, and we took our profits. So only a single entry there as well. Moving on to the next trade, PRTS. So this one was the first one that kind of bit us a little bit. As you can see, this thing was pretty much trading down here at 870, 880 area, and it decided to jump up to about 950. It kind of rejected. We saw it was a nice extension. We were looking to get about half this move, which was somewhere around here, so right around the whole dollar. So we jumped in, and unfortunately, right after we jumped in, this thing took off. So we were like, okay, still pretty extended, and got some nice volume there. So we added in. Felt like we found the backside after it tried high of day one more time. We looked to add in, and this thing just kind of stalled at this 950 area, and then it said, hey, we're going high of day. So we got stopped out, and this was our one and only revenge trade from today. We saw it kind of forming a little descending triangle after it went high of day here, so we decided to jump in. We were risking high of day, so we knew it wasn't going to hurt us that bad, even if it did go high of day. It started working out right away, as you can see on this red bar here, and right away we moved our stop to break even, because we said, okay, we're looking for this to work, and if it doesn't want to fall down through, then we'll just take it off break even, act like the trade never happened. And of course, that's exactly what happened. It went back up and actually ended up going high of day again. So PRTS was a pretty sizable loser. That was about $70, which I'll bring that over when we're done going through the trades. Our next trade was on CLNE. CLNE, this one hurt. Previous resistance all the way down here to 80. We popped up looking for 3. It went through 3 and then started to fail, so I figured we were coming back down to try to test that previous resistance. We added in. Pretty much right as we added in, this thing shot up through 3, and it felt like it was done right around here. As you can see, we actually did pretty much top tick this. It came down. Our average was right at $3, so we were looking for that 3 break to take most of our shares off. Couldn't quite get it. It went to $2.99. I think we had an order. Yeah, we did have an order. Let me check just to verify. Yep, at $2.97. So we had the order sitting here, $2.97. We missed it by 2 pennies, and this thing ran up pretty much right to high day, 321. The high day was 324. It stopped right there. It started to come back down. I said, you know what? Let's get one more big ad here at 313. Pulled our average up. Our average is at like 307 now. And unfortunately, pretty much right after we hit that, it shot up the high of day and stopped us out, because that was the plan. Hit the button, put our stop at high of day. If it wants to go there, it's fine. Got our ad as close as we could to high of day. I'm looking for this thing to come back down, and unfortunately, we were wrong. So this was the end of this trade right here. So we now have previous resistance at 324, and I said, hey, would we take this trade if we never took this trade? And yes, I would have. So we jumped back in, looked like it was falling back over. We added into our position, looking for this area to break. And unfortunately, it came down, tested it, did not take anything off. We were looking for this key area to break, come back down since we were still pretty extended. And it decided to squeeze. It got bought right up off that previous resistance, and it decided to squeeze and go back high of day. Unfortunately, we top ticked it. It then came back down, and ultimately, it ended up going high of day again, but that's not the point. So 2 more just trades that did not want to work out. So on to the next one, which was Twitter. This one was fun. Twitter. Apparently there was some news. I don't know what it was. Something about subscription, something, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, 33.50 previous resistance. This thing shot through, went through the whole dollar. And this actually went up to 33 or 34.43. We kind of felt like it was the top. We jumped in as it was starting to come back down a little bit. Pretty much right after we hit it, it decided to keep going. Got through the half dollar, felt a little toppy there. We hit it again. And it just continued really right after we hit it, went right up to 35. I was looking to add on the other side of 35, but it started to reject 35 quite a bit. So we jumped in for a couple more shares. Then it tried to come back down, as you can see, but then ultimately decided to go up through 35, got up to 35.22. As it started to come back down, I said, okay, this feels very heavy here. This is a pretty big extended move. I'm going to look to add in and then risk high of day. So we added in, came down, pretty much got close to our average. Our average was at 65, 34.65 at this point. And if you guys want to fact check me, you can. I'll show you my entries: 17.53, 89, and 35.01. But yeah, we're sitting there at 65 with our average. I mean, I would hope you guys know I'm not going to lie to you by now, but obviously we were looking for this to come down, test 50. We had an order for 75% of our shares at 55. Obviously, we never got there, and it didn't even consolidate to give us a chance. It just went straight back to high of day. Stopped us out. Looked like it went a little bit further and was trying to come back down, but ultimately ended up running yet again. So we didn't take this one again because this one looked to be a little bit grindy as it went through high of day, and so that's why we didn't jump back into Twitter. So after Twitter, CLNE, yes, we did take quite a bit of trades today, but there was a lot of opportunities. So CLNE, I guess that was the one. Maybe I was in both of those at the same time because I'm just going through my orders here. SE was the next one, and this was actually our last trade. This just popped up. I was getting ready to call it a day completely, but I saw SE pop up, and again, this was a pretty nice move. Looking, again, you guys know I like to look for previous candles, and I like to look for those range candles yet again, and we got that. 124.50 area was previous resistance, and we pretty much top ticked this thing. 126.59 was our order, 126.68 was the top, and this thing just consolidated at 126, and we finally got this breakdown. We had an order sitting at 125.15, looking for that 125 test, figuring that was more than capable of getting there, and it came down on this red candle 125.51 and got bought right back up all the way up to 126, and I was like, okay, I'm not letting this thing go all the way back high of day. Literally top ticked this candle. 125.98 was the high. Our order was at 125.98. So, and then it came back down, and so that was when I said, hey, obviously today is not my day. We're just going to call it. So what is the max loss for the account? There you go. If you want to add all that up, it equals 304.30. 300 is what I consider the max loss for any given day. Per trade, it's 200. So we never even really hit a max loss on any of the specific trades in question, which is fine. It's just the charts just did not work out. They did not want to work out for us today. It is days like today, guys, the real emotions, it really makes you start to question, like, what's going on? Like, look at all these small winners, right? Single entry type winners. And then the ones that I try to get heavy on, when they start to go against me, I get some size. When they don't work out, it adds up, right? It sucks. So it really does make you start to question, is it the strategy? Is it your edge? Did I trade bad? It starts to make you really question yourself. But I did, again, just recently size up. So everything looks a lot bigger than it really is. Unfortunately, in this case, the wins versus the losses today make this look really bad. And all of these wins were single entry wins, and all of these losses were me trying to get heavy on the backside and make some big winners. And unfortunately, none of them worked. So that's all I have for you today. Quite a disappointing day. It is what it is, but we're going to look to move forward and move on. So if you could, like and subscribe. Always appreciate that support. The gift card is not going to be in this one. Don't feel like buying it. So tomorrow it'll probably be there, maybe Friday. But don't look for it today if you made it this far. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.